Farage and Braverman challenge government over growing political instability. In a week filled with fiery interviews, bold speeches, and renewed public interest in the state of national leadership, two high-profile political figures, Nigel Farage and Suella Braverman, have issued strong challenges to the government, raising concerns about what they describe as the UK's growing political instability. Their comments, delivered in separate appearances, have sparked fresh debate over public trust, economic management, and the direction of the nation's leadership. The joint timing of their critiques has prompted political analysts and the public alike to take a closer look at the inner workings of government decision-making and to ask a fundamental question: is the UK heading into a crisis of confidence? Nigel Farage, leader of Reform UK and a veteran critic of establishment politics, took to the stage during a town hall-style event in Essex where he addressed a packed audience on issues ranging from the cost of living to immigration reform. Speaking directly to concerns over the government's ability to manage ongoing challenges, Farage warned that political leadership had become too detached from everyday British concerns. "We're seeing a slow erosion of trust in our political institutions," Farage said. "People feel ignored. Decisions are being made without proper consultation, and the outcomes speak for themselves: higher bills, higher taxes, and less say in our future." He emphasized that these issues go beyond party lines and called for a national discussion on reforming how power is exercised in Westminster. Farage also pointed to recent polling numbers showing increased political apathy and voter disillusionment as evidence that the current approach is failing. "We don't just need new leadership. We need a new way of leading," he said. "One that listens, that acts, and that puts the country first." Meanwhile, former Home Secretary Suella Braverman made headlines during a panel appearance at a conservative think tank, where she questioned the current government's consistency and clarity on domestic policy. Braverman expressed concern over what she called policy drift, a lack of direction that, she argued, was leaving both Parliament and the public confused about the UK's future. "This country cannot afford indecision," she said. "Whether it's managing the border, addressing national security, or tackling economic uncertainty, we need leaders who are willing to confront difficult truths, not simply manage headlines." She did not directly name Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, but noted that recent cabinet reshuffles and backpedaling on certain manifesto promises have created an atmosphere of instability. Braverman also highlighted the rise of public sector strikes and tensions around immigration enforcement as signs that the country is entering a period of deeper political strain. "Crisis doesn't happen overnight," she warned. "It builds slowly through small failures, ignored warnings, and leadership that prioritizes optics over outcomes." The public reaction to Farage and Braverman's remarks has been sharply divided. Supporters argue that both figures are voicing genuine frustrations felt by ordinary citizens, particularly those affected by inflation, housing shortages, and growing waiting lists in the NHS. Critics, however, caution against overly dramatic interpretations of the current political environment, emphasizing that while the UK faces challenges, its institutions remain resilient and capable of adapting. Social media lit up with discussion following the release of clips from both speakers. Hashtags like #FarageSpeaksOut and #BravermanWarns trended briefly on X, formerly Twitter, with users split between praising their candor and accusing them of stoking fear. One commenter wrote, "Say what you want about Farage and Braverman, but they're touching on real issues that many politicians avoid." Another said, "There's a difference between asking hard questions and undermining public trust. We need solutions, not just sound bites." Downing Street has remained largely silent on the comments made by Farage and Braverman. However, a government spokesperson issued a general statement reaffirming the Prime Minister's commitment to stability and progress. The government continues to focus on delivering for the British people through strong economic management, investment in public services, and maintaining national security. Leadership means action, and we are confident in the direction we are taking. Some insiders suggest that the government is treading carefully, aware that any misstep or lack of communication could deepen public skepticism during a critical pre-election period. While Farage and Braverman do not currently hold positions within the cabinet, their influence on public discourse is undeniable. Their voices represent a section of the electorate that feels increasingly alienated from political elites and who are demanding more direct engagement with national issues. Political analysts believe this growing pressure could force major parties, including both Labour and the Conservatives, to sharpen their policy messaging and offer more detailed solutions ahead of the next general election. "This isn't just political theatre," said Professor Elaine Martin of the London School of Economics. "It's a reflection of how much the political centre has shifted and how far the gap has widened between Parliament and the public." Whether you agree with Farage and Braverman or not, their message is clear. The UK is at a pivotal moment, and the choices made now will shape the country's path for years to come. What do you think? Are political leaders doing enough to address the root causes of public frustration, or is more accountability needed? Let us know your views in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and stay tuned for more in-depth political updates that put the facts first.